everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another blistering, humid day here in North Carolina. Not in the triple digits like some of you, and we are getting some rain, but this humidity is awful. Every year that I get older, it bothers me more and more. There we go, complaining about the weather again. Told you in the last video we're going to be doing something to gooseneck. It's here in front of the shop. I've got started on a little bit of it. I'll spin you around here in a minute, tell you a little bit about what our plans are. This is the domino effect of things to come. I've been waiting to do this for a long time, and it just so happened it's coming a time to where it's really gonna make sense in a lot of aspects besides just the gooseneck, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but anyway, we turned around here and show you what we got going on. All right, guys, something you don't usually see here at IP Farms. That's brand new stuff. We splurged and got a winch from Hobo Freight. If you're a track club member and play your coupons right and wait for the sales, you can get one of these winches really cheap. So the money I saved, I went ahead and splurged on the winch mount. It's a good heavy duty built unit. It's got handles on it, make moving the winch around real easy. And marine battery there. It's Walmart brand, made by a local company. I've had really good luck out of those over the years with the catfish boats. And then of course keep in mind with the generator over there. We'll explain more of this as the video goes along. Really impressed with these winches. I'll throw a picture up here if I can remember it of the loader when I dropped it off into a sinkhole. Touch it. Oliver and 1086 hooked together wouldn't touch it. We pulled it out with about 4 or 5 snatch blocks in that winch, or one winch like this, and been going ever since, so can't complain at all. Been waiting a long time for this one. Seems like all I do is talk, but I've got to explain this to you guys. Here's the top hitch of the gooseneck. We added this 3-inch channel in yesterday. What I'm going to do is cut a hole here, slide that 2.5 inch in, lay it down flat, weld it all the way around, weld it on the back side of this and the front side. Then on the back side of that 2.5 is the 2-inch piece that we're going to come out, or 2.25 rather, come out, and I'm going to put a plate and we're going to put the battery on it for right now. Probably end up in a box later on, but it's probably just going to be exposed for now. So what that means, if I want to go to another trailer, pin, winch, and battery come off, it's not dedicated to the truck, not dedicated to the trailer. So let's get started back on some fabrication. Alright guys, here it is. The winch will, slide in, slide out there. This is the mount we were talking about. The pin back here. This piece slides in to there. There'll be a pin, and then there'll be a square plate here. We'll have the battery and battery box sitting on that, attached to that. I just added this straight piece there. Just as extra pull, we talked about it. So it's pulling off 4 or 5 different points. It's not going anywhere to bend anything. And I think with the height of this, because it's about a little over, well, it's almost chest high here standing where I am, but I think I can get, I shouldn't drag the cable at all hardly on the back of the trailer, because once it starts, the ramps are going to be out far enough that something's going to start up the ramps. And like I said, if I load something low, I never showed you the guys this the other day, but these slots in the end of the ramp right here, I've got another set of ramps, wire mesh ramps that are about 3 feet long, I think, and I set these on a cinder block, and then it gives me, about an 8.5, 9 foot ramp, and it really changes the level, so I can almost load a car on it basically. Yeah, we got some rain because there's water in the angle iron, but anyway. All right guys, I think that's it for today. We'll come back tomorrow and see what we can get accomplished. Alright guys, we're back on the winch again. It's been several weeks, week and a half anyway, since we worked on it last. Way behind on video content. But you're going to see a video prior to this one. You should have already seen it. I'll put a card up here. Of loading something on a gooseneck with a winch. It's not this one, it was my buddy's, the one we've used forever. We actually hauled two things and used the winch on both of them, but the bracketry and everything that you saw in the first part of this video worked out great. So now we're going to put my winch together and get it set up a little bit more permanent, if you will, for the gooseneck itself. So try to bring you along for a little bit of it. I might have to do something with the audio, I don't know, with the fans. I'm sweating like a Dickens right now. I got the big one back here, but you just can't hear anything. So if I doubt I can do voiceover, might put some music in on real time, I don't know, we'll just have to see how it goes, but let's see if we can get this together. All right guys, so these mounts here, I'm gonna take this bottom bolt out. You put these on, it's adjustable basically. Let's see, so you can lay your handle down, or if you want it all the way up, there's 3 different positions there. We're just gonna go all the way up for now. Pictures are kind of deceiving, or instructions rather. The picture of the unit has these bolted on the outside, even on the box, but in the diagram it shows them on the inside because this is only so long. If they're on the outside, it wouldn't reach. So, and then you just take this bolt here and put it through for your handle. Let's see, go the right way. I want OCD, here it comes in. I want to make sure that the threads and the nut are on the back side away from what I can see. Not that I'm not going to be able to see both sides of it, but anyway, yeah, there you go, get the gist of that. So I'd get everything started to begin with before you start tightening anything up, because I can see the quality control on this is not the best as it is. All right, let me get the other side on and bring you back. Okay, here it is. The fairlead's on, the handles are on. This gives a good grip. That thing's heavy, probably, I don't know, probably at least 60 pounds, 70. I'll show you my buddy's winch in a minute. Well, he made the bottom. I don't think they even had these plates out then. It's just a square plate with some gussets and stuff on it, but it's kind of aggravating because you got to grab the winch out here. This does give some kind of what's the word, ergonomic design, if you will, but I don't know, I like it so far anyway. Well, problem number one, and if you can see that, probably not in the camera, the red cable out of the control box supposed to go here. Yeah, that that nut won't come off of there, off of the stud to get that on there. It's close, but won't do it. So you know what that means, we gotta take the bracket back loose. So that's problem number one there, running into this winch mount. All right, we'll do a side-by-side real quick. There's my buddy's. It's about 3 years old, I think now. Bought it right before we hauled the U-Haul truck home, I think. And like I said, that pulled the track loader out. A few design changes, motor, cooling fins. Mine does not have the cooling fins. I don't necessarily like that. But the biggest thing that I don't like, his has got the spring-loaded rope tensioner, if you will. Mine has nothing, so that's kind of good in a sense, because he's always had trouble with the control box popping off. They just had it kind of clipped over, but I don't know if you get the wire rope wound up around and it pushes on this aluminum right there. If you're not really paying attention, I can see that being an issue, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Mounted the remote switch. You'll see in the video coming up, loading what I was talking about on the trailer. You don't see anybody in the camera view. You can stand away, which I like that. You don't have to worry about being close to the rope, and you can really watch things from one side to the other while you're running the winch itself. So there's the controller for it. I just mounted the box on top, and of course you still have the regular remote. So we'll try to get it out here and get it up in the trailer. Like I said, my bracketry's already tried and true, but see how mine fits up and see if we can get something situated with this battery. Well, everybody, there it is. I already got it covered up, but you've seen what the winch looked like all day. Here's what we ended up doing. Got my plate back there that you saw. I took some 8-inch channel. It holds the battery pretty good. Welded me two. I think they're 7 5/8 pieces. So it keeps the battery from going side to side, and it's not going to jump up. That battery weighs about 45 pounds. Got a couple straps on it for now when it's parked. We'll throw a car floor mat over it. These wires right here are the charging system. Goes down along the trailer plug. I don't know if you can see it down there, but it goes in the generator. So basically, when you want to winch something, of course that's a deep cycle battery, and you don't have, you know, you're not losing a bunch of amps running cords all the way from the truck battery back here. Fire up the generator. It's putting almost 10 amps back into the battery through a 12-volt port, and good to go. We did the same setup the other day, like I said, on my buddy's winch with my little generator that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And I'll get situated here, and I'll tell you why I didn't go with the little generator and what we're going to do different in the future for other trailers. But there it is. So hopefully enjoyed it. No major trouble with the winch other than that one power cord I told you about with a handle. And we'll see how it does. If it holds up anything at all like my buddy's has, I'll be setting pretty. But we've got it in the floorboard just in case. Alright guys, I'm hot and melting. We're going to wrap this up and call it good. Hopefully you've enjoyed the install of the ZXR Badland 12,000 pound winch from Harbor Freight. Like I said, we've got a lot of experience with these. The older version, my buddies just used it last week. It did phenomenal. The setup I've got on the trailer works great. Showed you what we finalized with my winch. The only additional thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase another marine battery for a spare, and I'll tell you why. If I want to use the car trailer, I'll pull the winch out, throw it in there, have the battery sitting in the back of the truck. I've got my big generator in the back of the truck with a 12-volt port just like here. I'll keep the battery charged. If somebody else wants to borrow it, I can give them a little red generator you saw in the beginning of the video. Same way with the gooseneck. If somebody wants to take it, then all I need to do is give them a little red generator. So that was my goal, not to make anything specific to a truck whatsoever. We did that setup with the car trailer, hauling the 250 home, had this marine battery sitting in the back of the truck, hooked the winch cables right up to it, fired up a little red generator, worked phenomenal. So we're going to use it to, first maiden voyage of the winch will be winching Glenda up on the trailer. Now when you'll be watching this, probably several weeks after the fact, but I'm headed down there tomorrow to get her, so we'll see what happens. That's one reason I want to get the remote control set up, or the wireless remote rather. That is an additional option you have to buy. It comes with a wired remote, but if you want wireless, you have to do that. If you're interested in any merchandise, check out Mad Moose Designs. I'll put a link in the description. Hats, shirts, and decals. Really appreciate everything, guys. Thank you for coming on the journey with me. We're going to get back in the dirt soon, I promise. Got to get all this stuff drug home and get it situated and ready to get back in the field. So see what happens over the next couple of days. Until then, thank you.